Hi guys, welcome, and now we are going to understand the script, a PowerShell script that will be used to get the events from a single computer and the multiple computers. So in your network, it's depend on the types of the events that you want to get. We will understand this script, how it will work and how it will fetch, and we will do a practical on our lab, so that we may get the actual knowledge and practical skill. Okay, let's move our code editor, which is a Visual Studio Code. So just understand the logic, what it is, and it's very simple script. There is no need of any rocket science. We'll just grow step by step, and we will understand each and everything. Okay, so the phase flow and the under the concept of the script is we will create our variables. We will create some arrays, empty arrays, and with values. So we will use the iteration to for events and for our computers servers a name. Then we will get the events in, we'll store that events into our array. We will make them consolidated data. When it is in a consolidated, we will sort, use a sort function, and we will sort all the events that we have fetched from multiple computers, that the computer that we have given in our array. So when the events are sorted, we will output the values to a CSV file, comma separated file, and that will be used for reporting or some references in your lab. Okay, so here in our code editor, we have created 4 variable. First variable is the events age type. So we will set our date from which date we will fetch our events. We will create an array for computer servers name that we will use, and the log names that we will fetch means application, system logs, security logs, and other logs as well. So and the fourth variable is the event type, which type of events you are getting, error, warning, or information. And the fifth variable that we have created will be the path where we will store our event. So we have, in the PowerShell, there is no need to define a data type of a variable. So just we have set a variable with name, event age, days, and value is 7 integer. Okay, so the first variable that we have event age. The second variable is a computer array, and value is we have set the value an array. So in PowerShell we call or declare our array with @ and parentheses. Okay, in string there is the indexes, index 0, there is a DC02, and index 1 here is exchange 01. The name of these are the name of the servers. Okay, make sure these are the name of the server. Exchange 02 is the name of the server. So likewise a log name, which type of logs we have created, an array, and given our string values, application and system log that we want. And the fourth one, which event types, array. Again here is an array which is an error with the value and the warning. So only these error will be loaded. Okay, and the fifth variable is export folder, where you want to export this data. Okay, so we have declared our path C : /events /. Make sure there is at the end you have an /. Okay, so the variables are now declared, and one empty array that we will be declared and we will use to console to store our data that we will there during the program we will fetch, we will store in an empty array. Its name is error log console, and it is in a @ and parenthesis, it is an empty array. So the array is declared. Now we will set our date. So from which date we have to fetch our event. First we will get the date and minus the days that were required. So it will set our date, starting date from where we will get it. Suppose get date is a built-in function. We will store in a variable, and now this variable we are using the method or function add days, and in add days parentheses we are storing an event each day, which is 7 days back, and we are using an operator which is a subtract, a minus operator, to use a subtraction from current day to from 7 days. Okay, so it will minus the 7 days back, and we will have the starting date from where we get. In the second variable export file, we will set make our path. So it's understand this how we can make a path. The path that we have stored in export variable, here in export folder, plus we are means it we are concatenating an error log name of the file, and plus means concatenating with the current date with the name, and a toString is a built-in function that will convert the date into our human readable format that we have defined: year, month, day, hours, minute, second. And we are concatenating with the string another string which is .csv. So it is the name of the file that we are setting a .csv file. So we have a file. Okay, we have a name of the path where we will store our file. We have a starting date, and we have a empty array where we will store our logs, and for all the variables are created. Now it's time for iteration. Okay, for first iteration for servers, for computer is a single, and from computer array, so it's a singular and this is array is a plural. Okay, it is a number of servers. So iteration for computer, get a single computer from computer is in the same way. Log name is a log name, get the log name from a log name, and write host is used to print a message on console when we will execute our program. So it will prompt, or it will display a computer name, current computer name on first iteration, or second or third iteration, the name of the computer and the log type. Okay, so now the actual line is here that will be used to fetch the events. So get events, we will getting our events, and the attribute computer name, which computer mean the coming computer from the over top array. Computer name, log is the log after the starting date, and entry type is the event type. So here is the complete business that we are using to get our events. So computer name, log name after starting date, and the event type. It will all store. It will store the events in this variable that we have created, $el error logs. That will, this error log will be added into our empty array that we have already created over there. Okay, so error logs plus assignment operator are equal to sign an error log. So it will add on when the array is there is no element left in the array, so the loop operation is closed, and the events are in our now array. So we need to sort it these events by date, time generated, when these events were generated. So error log console, here is the array that will have the events. We are sorting that array with the sort object function. Okay, so time generated parameter, so it will sort the events and store into another variable el sorted. When the el sorted, we will display on the console the right host exporting to export file. So we will give the path, and we will select the attributes from the events that we will display or store in a file. So from el error log, from error logs sorted, select objects only, entry type, time generated. So these are the attributes name that are stored in that variable. So we are selecting on the desired attributes here by select object, entry type, comma, time generated, source, event id, and machine name. Pipe sign, we will give the path name by using export csv, and the export file having the path, complete path that we have given in an export file. No type info, and write host done. So it will store their events. Okay, now let's move to our lab and perform this operation. So let's copy all the code from here, from our text editor. So move and our lab. Here is a DC2. All the three PCs, Exchange 01, Exchange 02 and DC02, all are on the same network. So here I have a PowerShell ISC integrated shell environment. So give the password. A. Okay, here paste it. Okay, all the pasted, we have pasted our code. So there this sign is used to execute our code. Okay, let's execute. The script is in an execution process. So processing DCSU application system, and here see the first index of the array DC2 has been done. Now the exchange 01 is in a process. So it's the right host command that we have used in a script. It display the name of the running computer and the log type, which are type of the log name you are executing. So DC02 system and exchange 01 application is in process. Exchange 01 system event type system log name system is in process. So in the same way we can see this one, the file is the previous one, and today the file will be created here. C events, make sure you have an directory events in your C directory. Okay, so this the process is still in a running state. Exchange 01 computer exchange 01 event log name system is in process. Okay, done. Exchange 02, now the last one, server name last exchange 02 is in process, and it's executing for application event log name application. You can see the file will be created when it is done. When you execute this event, make sure on your production environment the computer names are correct, and first test it in your lab. Go with the 2 or 3 computers. If there is nothing wrong, you can execute as a whole on the server. So you can see the file has been created and our script has been done. So this file you can open it, and you can see the values will be there. Okay, let's move this file to our host machine. This is our VM. So let's so let's paste this file. Okay, let's paste this file here. Let's open this file. You can see it has the events, errors, and the warnings has been fetched from the value that you have selected your code. Here are in the events. So this is warning, and the computer name is DC02 exchange 02. This is an event ID source, and here is a date, and it is an event type. You can further explore or you analyze this data according to your event ID, make it search on it. So all is done. So this is all, and take care.